Mic check, 1, 2, 3. Alrighty, fans, welcome into the Wildcat Center gym. We got volleyball here. Men's soccer is kicking off down at Ortho Carolina Sportsplex. You can catch that one. We got 2 streams going on here tonight. 30 seconds away from tip-off here. Wildcats welcoming in Ferrum College. We'll send it down to Chris Plano for starting lineups and tonight's national anthem.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Johnson & Wales University Wildcat Center as your Wildcats host the Panthers from Ferrum College. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask that you please stand and remove your hats as we honor our country and the men and women who serve it with the playing of this evening's national anthem. am your public address announcer, Chris Plano, welcoming you to the Wildcat Center Gym. Now for the starting lineup for tonight's women's volleyball match. First for the visiting Panthers of Ferrum College, wearing number 1, Molly Patterson. Number 2, Ametria Booker. Number 3, Kayla Divers. Number 4, Ashlyn Willoughby. Number 5, Caitlin Thompson. Number 6, Ann Carter Harding. Number 7, Ashley Roberts. Number 8, Ariel Tritt. Number 9, Michaela Thorpe. Number 10, Morgan McCoy. Number 11, Ann Gardner Eubank. Number 12, Haley Bly. Number 13, Laura Henley. Number 14, Shemaya Jordan. Number 20, Cassidy Burke. And number 22, Cameron Hawkins. Ferrum College head coach Ruth Ann Duffy. Assistant coach is Jordan Gaylor. All right, Wildcat fans, let's get on your feet and greet your defending USCAA Women's Volleyball National Champions, your Johnson & Wales Wildcats. Freshman defensive specialist number 1, Natalie Carpenter. Senior outside hitter, team co-captain number 2, Tanaya Scott. A freshman middle hitter number 3, Isabel Lemaster. Freshman right side hitter number 5, Riley Araz. A freshman outside hitter number 6, Emily Arens. A sophomore outside hitter number 7, Demaya Scott. Junior setter, team co-captain number 8, Moana Reed. A sophomore outside hitter number 11, Lenasia Felder. A freshman middle hitter number 12, Caitlin Jerriman. A junior outside hitter number 13, Ayana Favor. A sophomore middle hitter number 16, Taylor Walker. And a senior defensive specialist number 18, Tiana Eason. Your Wildcats are coached in her 10th season by Callie Phillips. She's assisted in her 7th season by Markeisha Claiborne, and the team manager is Haley Miles.
Alrighty, folks, there you have it. Tonight's starting lineups from both teams. Wildcats on the right side of your screen in the pink uniforms. It's Dig Pink Week in support of National Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Ferrum College in the gold on the left side of your screen. Wildcats will be serving right to left. The Panthers will be serving left to right. Both teams set the break huddle here. Wildcats got the sweep yesterday against Bluefield State. So they'll look to do the same tonight against the 4-17 Panthers. Again, men's soccer is over on our other live stream. Chuck is on the call for that one. If you're on a desktop, laptop, whatever you have, you can open up 2 browsers and watch both games if you feel like it. So out on the floor for your Wildcats in the black libero jersey, number 1, Natalie Carpenter. The Scott & Scott law firm out there, Tanaya Scott and Demaya Scott. Emily Aarons, Ayana Favor, and setter Moana Reed. So Wildcats will have first serve. Carpenter set to get this one started. Short serve, bounce around, they clear it. Wildcats, Tanaya Scott tips it. Kayla Divers was there that time. They look to set Ashley Willoughby. Favor rises up off the block. The one-handed stab quickly put down by Scott. Carpenter again with the serve. Set from Roberts. On the attack was Ashley Willoughby. Substitution in, number 12, Haley Bly. Checking in for Cassidy Burke. Morgan McCoy sends that one across. Reed trying to catch him off guard. Ferrum able to play it over. Reed sets from her knees, looking for Tanaya Scott, and pushes it just a little wide. And we get an update from men's soccer, already up 1-0 off the Weeb Isaac goal in the 4th minute of play. And quick block there. That was number 14, Shemaya Jordan, getting the best of favor. So Ferrum College leading early in this first set, 3-1. Tanaya Scott, a kill. Her second of the night. Taylor Walker, Big Country set to check in. She'll replace Aarons. Gonna be Moana Reed back to serve. And they set Willoughby, gets it blocked but out of bounds. So Willoughby having some good swings here early in this first set for the Panthers. That'll be Kayla Divers. And that's a freebie for the Wildcats off the bad serve. Riley Oros checks in for favor. Set to serve this one right here. Right at the net, the quick set. They're going to get Ferrum in the net, be Wildcats point. Wildcats tied up 4-all. Off the block, diving for it, the pancake was Carpenter, and Wildcats play it over. Shortby diving for it is Walker, and then off the block, Wildcats get it right back. Reed goes right back to Walker for the kill. They were ready for it. Divers was there. They got a nice rally going here. They look for Demaya Scott, who puts it away. It's a good rally for both teams. That's Demaya Scott getting the Wildcats point. Oros again with the serve. That one right at Scott. And the law firm on that one gets the Wildcats the point. It was Tanaya Scott right at the net for the 50-50 ball, and Demaya Scott able to put it away. And head coach Ruth Ann Duffy is going to get the Panthers a timeout. Wildcats leading early in this first set, 6-4. Back out of the timeout. Both teams back out on the floor. If you're just tuning in, Wildcats taking on the Panthers of Ferrum College. Wildcats on the right side of your screen, the pink uniforms. Ferrum College on the left side of your screen in gold. Riley Oros set with the short serve and couldn't get it over the net. So the timeout pays off for the Panthers. They get the side out off the bad serve. Cameron Hawkins, along with Ariel Tritt, check in to replace Willoughby and Roberts. That'll be Tritt back to serve. Diving for it, and it's an ace. Ariel Tritt, the first ace of the match. And that ties at 6-all. Goes right to Carpenter again. Reed sets to Nia Scott. On the attack, they get it through the block, but Reed was there. Walker again, the running hitter. Right at the net again. Ball played backwards. The one-handed attempt from Carpenter. Great effort. And putting it away was Ashley Roberts. So again, another good rally. This time Ferrum able to capitalize. And a good play from Scott. Tough angle, able to get it back over. Good dig there from Carpenter. Reed trying to catch him off guard in that corner. They look for Roberts again, gets it through the block. It falls out of bounds for the Panthers point. And we got another update from men's soccer. They go up 2-0. This time a goal from Diage Hart, assisted by Weeb Isaac, who had the first goal. Walker tips it up. Nice diving dig there. That was Henley. Tonight Scott tips it up. Ferrum ready again. And playing it over is McCoy. Kind of awkwardly through the hands of Oros. Wildcats able to save it. And they get the 4 hits on the Wildcats. Ferrum now up 9-6. And I apologize for the delay on the scoreboard. I'm doing double duty tonight. I got my iPad behind me, so I'm facing one way. I got to turn around as we get the Wildcats timeout, as Ferrum goes up now 10-6, going on a bit of a run here. We'll be back in just a minute with more in this first set. All right, out of the Wildcats timeout, Ferrum has the lead here early in this first set. They lead 10-6. Ariel Tritt now to serve for the Panthers. But before that, we got a wet spot on the floor. They get it cleaned up over there right in front of the Panthers bench. And there we go. Getting out of the way, Scott trying to get to it, but the benches, assistant coach Keisha Claiborne's there, the wall's there. There's a lot of obstacles in her way. So Wildcats unable to get the side out, coming out of the timeout. Demai Scott, though, able to get the kill. Isabella Master and Tiana Eason check in for the Wildcats. It'll be Eason back to serve. Sends that one middle, received by Divers. That one up in the crowd. Tonight Scott set the check back in. And Cassidy Burke checks back in for the Panthers. She'll replace McCoy. That's Bly, sends that one. Reed, quick set for LeMaster off the block. Divers is there. Oros sets Walker. Big booming swing. Not ready for it was Hawkins. And she might have jammed her fingers. As soon as that ball came off her hand, she was quick to look at that right hand, kind of shake it off. A monster swing there from Big Country. Emily Aarons just checked in. She sends that serve away. And on the attack, the quick block from LeMaster. Rose up on that front row. The easy block. Wildcats still down, 12-9. Diving attempt from Oros. They look for Burke, quickly blocked back to him. That one right to Scott, who was ready for it. Played over by LeMaster and looking for that line, and it is out of bounds. Short set for LeMaster, the quick attack there. Ferrum wasn't ready for that one. The short set from Reed and the good swing from LeMaster. And played over by Divers. Wildcats with it now. Reed sets across for Favor on the swing, gets it blocked right back. And it'll be a Wildcats point. They get Ferrum in the net. That was Willoughby getting the call there. So Wildcats now within 2. Demai Scott to serve. And that's ace. Miscommunication between Burke and the libero Divers. They let it dive right between them. Johnson and Wales back within 1. Nearing the midway point of this first set. The double block and the point. Wildcats knotted up at 13. And Scott gives him a freebie. So Ashley Roberts now back to serve for Ferrum. And that one, having to play, it was Aarons. I think that one might have went out, but it's a good serve. It forced Aarons to play the ball, and a swing there finds the far corner. That was Chamaya Jordan. Roberts again with the serve, sends it short this time. Aarons receives. Reed sets LeMaster again. I don't think that one crossed over, and it didn't. They get 4 hits on the Wildcats. Johnson and West quickly finds themselves down by 3. From the back row, Aarons gets a hand on it, and a diving attempt there. That was Roberts, and a big swing from Favor, but it'll be a Ferrum point as it was a double on Reed. Oh man, that was a great looking swing by Favor. Too bad it did not count. It's Ferrum now up by 4. Roberts remains at serve. Go right back to Favor. Puts it right in the middle where no one's at and gets the Wildcats the point. So that stops the bleeding there. Natalie Carpenter back in, replaces LeMaster. She'll be back to serve. Trying to catch him off guard, but Scott goes right back to him. That one out of bounds. Got a bad serve. I think that's the 3rd bad serve from the Wildcats this set. It's a crucial freebie as we start to near the end of this first set. McCoy serves that one up. Reed trying to catch him off guard. Panthers were ready for it. Bly on the attack, and a double block from Scott and Reed. Taylor Walker back in for Aarons. Moana Reed now to serve. They set Jordan off the block, diving for it is Reed, but Jordan will get the kill. And Jordan will head off for Divers, who will be back to serve. Two Wildcats there. Reed able to keep it in play, and Scott clears it. They set Bly. That one, the Matrix-like move from Carpenter. That's a go right by, out of bounds. Oros checks in for Favor. Good serves. On the attack. That one out of bounds. So back-to-back plays out of bounds for Ferrum. Gets the Wildcats back within one. Oros again to serve. Reed looking for Demaya Scott. And the dig from Henley. The quick block from Scott. And that was the law firm, Demaya Scott and Tanaya Scott with the double block. And that ties it up for the Wildcats. Tied 19-all. Oros the serve. Having to reach back, and it hits the antenna. Wildcats on a 4-0 run. We're going to get a Ferrum timeout. Be back with you in a minute. So back out of the Ferrum timeout, Wildcats with the 1-point lead, trying to close out this first set and go up 1-0. I'm using soccer terms right now. By the way, Wildcats men's soccer up 2-0. Big walk, country with the big swing, but Ferrum ready for it, off the block. Reed is there. Reed, good looking swing, trying to paint that back line, just a little bit long. Hawkins and Tritt check in for Ferrum. It'll be Tritt back to serve. This one tied 20 apiece. First set of play here between Johnson and Wales and Ferrum College. Wow, what a save from Tanaya Scott. Through the block, Carpenter, Reed, and now Demaya Scott with a tip. On the attack, getting to it is Oros. Reed looking for that corner, and they're gonna say it's a push or double. Either way, Ferrum point. They're now up by one. Reed sets Tanaya Scott, gets it blocked right back. Diving forward is Reed. Oros sets Scott. And that one too far left. So Ferrum now up 2. We're going to get a Wildcats timeout. We'll be back here in a minute. We are back to the court. Ferrum with the serve. It is Ariel Tritt. Back to serve for the Panthers. They lead 22-20, and that is a freebie for the Wildcats that they will gladly take. Lemaster and Eason check in. Eason to serve. They set Hawkins through the block. Reed is behind him. They look for Big Country, and that's a Big Country swing. Ties it up, 22-all. Eason again, back to serve. And that is a ace. Eason, a great server. And her time here with Johnson and Wales, it shows right there, puts the Wildcats up. Oh, what the save from Walker on the point. Tobias Scott able to finish it. Wow. What a great save there. Taylor Walker laying out for it. And then it was Demaya Scott who rewards her hard work with the Wildcats point. And we have set point here, potentially for the Wildcats. And it's a point for Taylor Walker. Who else to finish it off here after that great save? Wildcats take the first set 25-22. We'll be back here in a few minutes with set number 2. Don't go anywhere.
Participate in it with Johnson & Wales Charlotte Athletics. Also, I've just been told our men's soccer team is out to a 2-0 lead down in Pineville. Men's soccer is currently winning in the first half of play. 2-0. We'll keep you updated on that score as our men's team is taking on Warren Wilson tonight. Men's soccer up 2-0 down in Pineville.
All right, both teams have switched sides. Wildcats in pink on the left side of your screen. Ferrum College on the right side now in the gold. Wildcats took that first set, 25-22. Both teams, original starters from their first set, out there on the floor right now. In that first set, it was kind of a back and forth between both teams. You know, it's a game of game of runs. Wildcats opened up on a run. Ferrum came back on a run, closed the lead, tied it up, and it was nip and tuck for a while. And we saw a spectacular play from Taylor Walker and Demai Scott, able to close out that first set. And Ferrum opens up and gives the Wildcats a free first point here. Moana Reed with the serve. Jordan tips it up. Reed diving for it. Played over from Walker. They go to Favor, a big swing off the block. Jordan able to corral it for Ferrum. And that was number 1, Molly Patterson, getting the Ferrum point. Morgan McCoy replaces Patterson, who just got that kill. She's now back to serve. Tied 1-1 here. The set from Roberts. On the attack was Willoughby. The block from Jordan. Getting right to it, though, was Walker, but Scott couldn't finish it. Unable to get that one over the net. McCoy remains back to serve. Played over from Demai Scott. They look this time for Bly, diving for it is Carpenter. Favor rises up, couldn't get it over the net, and that's 4 hits. Wildcats down 3-1 early in the second set after taking the first set 25-22, and another freebie there for the Wildcats as McCoy sends that one long on the serve. Riley Oros checks in for Favor. It'll be Oros set the serve. Plays that one right at McCoy. Jordan and Willoughby get it over. McCoy sets Willoughby, diving attempt, and Wildcats can't clear it. Good hustle from Reed. Walker, although caught off guard, had a chance at it. And Ferrum now up 4-2. Reed, an acrobatic set. That same thing this time. Walker sends it wide left, looking for the cross-court kill, but too much pepper on that one. Divers right at Scott, and kind of Reed was kind of in the way there. They had Walker and Tanai Scott all in the same area. The Wildcats point, the double on the set from the Panthers. Eason and LeMaster check in. Eason, of course, back to serve, as is the usual rotation for the Wildcats. Played up in the air, comes right back down to Roberts, and a big swing from Henley. That was number 13, Leora Henley, getting the kill for the Panthers. Ty Scott back in for Eason. Hawkins and Roberts, Tritt check in, as is the usual rotation for the Panthers. They look for Demai Scott, big swing, and it'll be Wildcats point. They get the tip. That's why it landed out of bounds. Emily Aarons checks in for Walker. Aarons to serve. Played over for the Ferrum point. I believe that was Henley again. No, excuse me, Hawkins. Hawkins got that point. And Patterson checks in for Ferrum. That'll be Roberts to serve. Just across the net, and that goes as an ace. Too much for Ahrens to handle. So this kind of has a similar feel to what the first set was like. About the same serve. Ahrens this time gets to it. It'll be a Ferrum point. They get a Wildcat in the net. It was Reed. Caught her shoulder underneath the net. Roberts again to serve. Scott receives. Reed, short set for Lemaster through the block. On the swing, it was Hawkins. Her second kill of the set, finds the back line. Ferrum out to a 10-4 lead early in this first set. Scott receives. Reed caught him off guard that time. You see that a lot from Moana Reed. Really sells it hard on the set and just flips it right over. So that ends what I believe was a 5-0 run for the Panthers. Favor back in for Oros. That was Demaya Scott on the serve. Patterson a big swing and that one long. Two Panthers there. The set from her knees. Diving attempt for Patterson. Keeps alive for Ferrum. And through the block, out of bounds. Hawkins, another big swing. And I think she was so excited that she swung her arm around and hit her teammate, Ariel Tritt. I think she caught the worst of that in the jaw. They laugh it off. Although I wouldn't be laughing if I was Tritt. Still grabbing that jaw. She must have got hit hard. But Wildcats get a freebie off that bad serve from Patterson. And the Wildcats give one right back. Two subs checking in for Ferrum. It'll be Roberts and Willoughby. They'll replace Hawkins and Tritt. Reed looks for Tanai Scott, a big swing and a good kill there. Keeps it at 4 for the Wildcats. Taylor Walker back in. Moana Reed back to serve. Sends that one middle right to Divers. Short set for Jordan. Puts it right by Scott for the kill. McCoy set the check back in. She'll replace Willoughby. Haley Bly checks in as well. She replaces Divers. Short set for Tanai Scott. The one-handed staff from Willoughby, but where the ball was off her hand, nobody was there for the Panthers. So Wildcats point remains at 4. Oros back in for Favor. Oros now back to serve. The short set for Jordan. Oros sets Demaya Scott looking for the back line. Two Panthers are ready for it. The big swing from McCoy. Carpenter is ready for the Wildcats. That'll be another double on Reed. She knows it too. Divers back in for Jordan. It'll be Divers now to serve. And Ace puts it right in front of Carpenter. Back up to 6. The Wildcats had their work cut out for them here in the second set. Well, another freebie given away. Ferrum probably, they'd be up by what? They're up by 5 right now. They've had 3 bad serves. They should be up by 8. Eason and LeMaster check in. That was Eason to serve. And they get the tip out of bounds for the Panthers point. Tanai Scott back in. Hawkins and Tritt checking in for Ferrum. Tanai Scott, the big swing through two sets of hands there. They had the double block that she got it through, and then it went right through the hands of Tritt. Aarons checks in for Walker. Wildcats down by 5 midway through this second set, leading 1-0. Whoa, ball right at the net. A lot of hands there. Can they get to it? Scott keeps it alive. Played over by Reed. Great hustle from the Wildcats, the short set. Another save. It was Tanai Scott again. A short tip. Oh, just couldn't get it over the net. And that cuts it to 4 for the Wildcats. Crawling back here in this one. Point by point. Aarons with the serve. Right at the net. Whew, quickly, right back at you. LeMaster through the hands of divers for the Wildcats point. Wildcats starting to find their rhythm now. Aarons remains to serve. Nearly ace, getting to it as Tritt. Slapped over from McCoy to the back row. Tanai Scott winds one up. Too much sauce. Too much sauce on that one. And that ends the 3-0 run by the Wildcats. Patterson checks in for McCoy. Oros, ooh, miss hit there. Ferrum back up by 5. Oh, got to it was Reed. Oh, what a great play.
That one crossed the net, it didn't. The down ref signaled 4 hits. The Wildcats point.
Favor checks in for Oros. Tanai Scott now back to serve. Patterson the swing. A quick block from Reed, and LeMaster brings the Wildcats within 5. We get a Ferrum timeout. We'll be back here in just a minute. Wildcats down 18-15, trying to find a way to close out this second set. So out of the Panthers timeout, Wildcats with the serve. Tanai Scott gets us back in play here. Wildcats down by 3, 18-15. Cats kind of clawed their way back here in the second set. They were down big at one point. That one goes right by Aarons and right in front of Scott. for the Panthers point. They go back up by 4. Jordan back in, replaces Divers. Off the hands of Aarons. And that's an ace for number 13, Leora Henley. And they give a freebie right back. Ooh, we'll see how crucial that free point might be if the Wildcats are able to find a way back into this one. This sure looked like Ferrum was just about to close out this second set. Wildcats with life. And Patterson trying to take that life right back from the Wildcats with the big swing. Asher Roberts back in the game along with Willoughby. It'll be Roberts back to serve. Reed looking for favor. Off the block, off the net. Wildcats save it. Trying to catch him off guard. The dig from Aarons. 2 Wildcats there. They reset. They look for favor through the block. It's a Wildcats point. I think they're going to call Willoughby in the net. Walker checks in for Aarons. Either way, that would have been a point. His favor had a good swing. Reed with the serve. Right to Divers. Getting to it is Roberts. Able to set Patterson, the quick block. Looking for the back corner out of the outstretched arms of Carpenter. Ferrum now 3 points away from taking the second set. They set. Walker gets it through the block. Ferrum able to clear it. Reed in the back row. Demai Scott sets Walker. In the back row, Carpenter's there. Reed hits one across. That didn't clear the net. 4 hits. Panthers now 2 points away from tying at 1 set apiece. Ferrum's played very well in the second set. Take away a couple freebies and we're already in the third set. And Scott keeps the Wildcats in this one. Puts it through the block in the back corner for the kill. Riley Oros in for favor. Oros to serve. Point by point. That's how you make a comeback here in volleyball. The Wildcats got a five good plays here. And then 2 more. Big swing, puts it right between Oros and Carpenter. Ferrum trying to close out this second set. Maybe Divers to serve. Set point opportunity here for Ferrum College. Clears the tape. Good eye from Oros. The set for Willoughby not there. Hits it in the net. Wildcats stay alive. Tiana Eason checking in along with LeMaster. It'll be Eason to serve. Short set. Oros is ready for it. Put down quickly. And that was Hawkins. And that'll do it here for the second set. Ferrum able to come right back after dropping the first set, and they tie it up. We'll be back here in 3 minutes with your third set. Don't go anywhere.
Buffalo Wild Wings,
We're back here set for the third set of action here now. Wildcats took the first set. Ferrum comes right back, ties it one set apiece. Both teams again switch sides. Wildcats now right of your screen in pink. Ferrum College in the gold on the left side of your screen. Update for men's soccer. They lead 2-0 at halftime. Goals from Weeb Isaac and Diage Hart. Again, that one's live right now. So Johnson and Wales with the serve to start this third set. Natalie Carpenter back to get us started here. Goes right to Divers. They look across for Willoughby. Diving for it and got it over was Reed. Big swing off the block. Willoughby gets the first point for Ferrum. McCoy just checked in for the Panthers. Back to serve now. Tanai Scott receives. Short set for Tanai Scott. Right at the net. Jordan right back to the Wildcats. And now Favor rises up. They're going to get Favor. No, I believe Scott in the net. Scott says, I wasn't in the net. There's the down ref that called that one. So Ferrum up 2-0. They set it across out of Favor through the block. Good swing, good kill there. Taylor Walker checks in for Aarons. Big block, and oh, just out. That ball was heading for that right corner. It goes just a little bit out of bounds. So Divers back in for Jordan. Back to serve now. In the back row is Reed. They set Big Country. Roberts is ready for it. Divers sets it for Bly and gets the point. It's kind of how every set started. Ferrum coming out hot in the beginning of these sets as Walker misses the swing there, puts it just a little bit wide. As Ferrum finds himself with an early 4-point lead. Big swing from Favor. Oros checking in for Favor, who just got the point there for the Wildcats. Oros now back to serve. Right at the net. Scott couldn't finish it. And off the hands of McCoy. Out of bounds. Wildcats point. Number 9, Michaela Thorpe. Just checked in, seeing her first action here tonight. Replaces McCoy. And there she is, receiving the serve. Oros looks to set Walker. Bounces around a few hands and it falls to the floor. Wildcats quick 2 points there. Oros remains at serve. And through the block, falls right in front of Carpenter. That's Henley credited with the kill. Tritt and Hawkins check in. It'll be Tritt back to serve. That was sent left side out of bounds for the ace. So off the hands of Oros. Carpenter receives right at the net. The block from Walker out of bounds, and it's a Wildcats point. Easton and LeMaster check in. Diving for it, but it falls to the floor. Wildcats back within one. Easton to serve. And a one-handed save there from Reed. That's a Wildcats point. Walker was ready to dive for it. She already laid out on the floor for it, but the ball didn't cross the net. As we get a Ferrum timeout, I'll be back here in a minute. Back out of the timeout, Easton with the serve. Tritt able to set it as Bly gets it across. Wildcats with it now. Demise Scott, the swing and the kill. Wildcats up by one. That one right at the net. Diving for it was Scott. Walker gets a hand on it, goes behind the antenna for the Panthers point. Denai Scott set to check in for Easton. Patterson back in for Thorpe. Reed, quick set for LeMaster, big swing. Tritt was ready for it. They go back to Walker, and again, unable to find rhythm tonight on her swings. Serve from Bly. Reed going for Demise Scott through the block. Right at the net, and it grows over, but out of bounds. Wildcats point. We are knotted up at 9-all. Aaron's back in for Walker. Played over from Henley. Wildcats with it now. Aaron's has to step back, slaps it across. Diving forward is Scott. Reed, the quick attack there. Patterson. And now Demise Scott off the block, falling to the floor for the kill. Wildcats again back with the lead. Aaron's with the serve, and that's an ace. Essentially another ace. So Wildcats lead by 3, which I believe is their largest lead in quite some time. They didn't have the lead, I don't believe, at all during the second set. And oh, trying to get him was Demaya Scott, but it can't find the court. Goes just beyond that back line. Jordan back in for Divers. The Henley to serve. Reed sets Lemaster. Patterson right back at him. Reed now going for Demaya Scott through the block. Diving for it is Tritt. And that's a point. I don't think Wildcats are ready for that one. Scott Ahrens and Oros all in the back line. Scott off the hands of Henley. Wildcats point favor set to come in for Oros. It'll be Demaya Scott back to serve. Off the block, diving for it. But where Demaya Scott dove, the ball went, so no player didn't want to step on their own teammate for that ball. As it falls to the floor, Ferrum keeps it within 1. So we'll be back on the air. Oh, good eye there from Scott, running up for it. And through the block, another point. That time it was Patterson on the attack. Back to what I was saying, we'll be back on the air Thursday as Wildcats taking on Bob Jones. Ooh, that'll be a good one. Bob Jones, to put it lightly, put the beat down on the Wildcats in the first matchup. Bob Jones, a really good team. Wildcats have been playing very well here of late. And that loss definitely left a bad taste in their mouth. I'm sure they'll come back here on home court with a little bit more energy, and it'll be a good one. As Carpenter sends that serve long. 14 all. Kayla Thorpe back in. Replaces Patterson. Thorpe with the serve. Reed looks to set favor, tips it up over the block. And they get, I believe it was Roberts in the net. It'll be a Wildcats point. Walker back in for Ahrens. Moana Reed back to serve. Wildcats with a 1-point lead again. That'll be a double, so make it a 2-point lead. Sends that serve middle. Jordan, the swing off the Demaya Scott block, falls to the Wildcats side of the floor. Divers back in for Jordan. Divers now back to. That one sails long. Wildcats will take the freebie. Riley Oros checking in for favor. Divers kind of handcuffed on that one. It's a good serve from Oros. Reed looks to set Walker. Been struggling to find her range. Got it through the block. Wildcats back with it again. Demaya Scott. It's played up in the air off the hands of Roberts. And back over by Divers. Good rally going here. Played over from Walker. Back to Thorpe. Roberts sets Bly. Diving for it is Carpenter, and it'll be a Panthers point. Tritt and Hawkins, usual substitution. Checking in, Tritt back to serve. Wildcats clinging on to that 1-point lead. They leading 17-16. Second half underway for men's soccer, leading 2-0 at Ortho Carolina. That's a kill for Demise Scott. Eason and Lemaster check in. Eason back to serve. Sends it on the left side. Quick set. Lemaster was there for the block. Walker couldn't get to it in time for the Panthers' point. Patterson back in for Thorpe. Tonight, Scott back in for the Wildcats. And another freebie for the Wildcats. Aaron's checking in for Walker. Aaron's back to serve. Tipped up and over. That was a good tip there. I believe it was Hawkins. She saw the block right in front of her, and she kind of waited a little bit. And once they jumped in the air, just tipped it right over them while they're mid-jump, and it comes right down on the floor. Ball kept alive. Good hustle from both teams. Lemaster, a big swing. Keeps the Wildcats lead at 2. Out of favor back in for Oros. Demise Scott now to serve. Sends that one middle. Divers receives. Jordan on the attack. Tonight Scott was ready. Reed trying to catch him off guard. Good set for Favor to the back row with Scott. They set Lemaster, tips it up. And that one, I don't believe cleared. Oh, it must have. I didn't think it went over the net. But play on. We got a good rally going again. Patterson in the back row with Scott. They set Favor. And we keep on. Hawkins. Reed looking for the back line. And off the net, the save. Oh, man, Wildcats couldn't get to it. So Ferrum wins the nice rally. So Willoughby and Roberts back in. Ferrum still down by 1, 20-19. Nearing the end of this third set, both teams tied a set apiece. Favor rises up. Ooh. Oh, the pancake. Had a player in my way, I couldn't see it. And it's 4 hits on Ferrum. Coach Phillips calling for it, and they get the call. And a good serve from Carpenter, puts it right over the net. Jordan on the back row, off the hands of Carpenter. Carpenter with a good serve. Couldn't come right back and make a good defensive stop. I got an update from men's soccer. They go up 3-0 with a goal from Tito Villanueva, assisted by Bubba Green. Serve from Thorpe. Aarons receives. Reed looking for the campfire. She finds it. Reed slow to get up. Walker in for Aarons. Reed seems to be okay. Yeah, she'll be back to serve now. Wildcats with a 2-point lead, trying to close out this third set. They look for Big Country and trying to keep it alive, and that'll be a Wildcats point. dig from Scott. And they'll get interference on the Wildcats. Ferrum point. Divers back in for Jordan. Just about tripping on the cords below my feet. Walker winds one up. Diving for the dig from Hawkins. Great hustle. They set Walker, and that one can't find the back line. And a Wildcat timeout after 2 quick points from Ferrum. Wildcats still up by 1. Back here out of the Wildcats timeout. Ferrum with the serve now. It's Kayla Divers set to get this one back in play. Ferrum just had 2 quick points to turn the Wildcats lead to 1. The block from Scott. Goes for it again. Walker tried to put it away. Ferrum stays alive. The double block this time from Big Country and Tania Scott. And we have an opportunity for set point here. Riley Oros checking in for Favor. Wildcats trying to go up 2 sets to 1. Reed, Big Country, the tip. Kept alive. Oh, Carpenter and Reed collide. Able to clear it though. And it goes right past Reed. Ferrum staying alive. Hawkins and Tritt checking in. Wildcats can still get this point and take the set. And I think Coach Callie Phillips is wanting another timeout. She'll get it. Both teams back on the floor. Another set point opportunity here for the Wildcats. They won't have the serve. It will be Ariel Tritt set to serve it up for the Panthers. Reed keeps it alive. And they're going to get Ferrum in the net. Wildcats will take the second set, 25-23. We'll be back here in just a few minutes with set number 4. Wildcats looking to close this one out. back here ready for this fourth set of action. Both teams out on the floor now. Wildcats left side of your screen in pink, Ferrum in the gold on the right side of your screen. Again, same starters out there to start this set for both teams. So Wildcats with a 2-1 lead. Wildcats, both streams doing well. Men's soccer up 3-0 over at Ortho Carolina. And volleyball up here 2-1. Ferrum will have first serve here to start this fourth set. And it'll be Ashley Roberts. Sends that one middle. Scott receives. Reed sets Scott. Gets it right back to her. Big swing through the block. That's Patterson with the point for the Panthers. Scott looking for that corner. They set. Reed gets it across. That one right at the net. That was a hard reach for Patterson. Wildcats get the point. Walker in for Aarons. Reed back to serve. Again, we're back on the air Thursday. Oh, that one off the head of the up ref. Another Wildcats point. Yep, back on the air Thursday. Another 7 o'clock tip-off here in the Wildcat Center gym as Moana Reed gives a freebie away. So Bly and Thorpe check in to replace Patterson and Divers. Thorpe with the serve. Scott receives. Reed sets favor right at the net. Wildcats point. Falls right beside Jordan and Willoughby. Oros checking in for favor. That one set from Roberts basically for Scott. And tonight Scott trying to put it away, but instead hits Jemiah Jordan. Sends it right back at the Wildcats. Update from men's soccer. A Chris Garcia penalty kick puts the Wildcats up 4-0. Just about 28 minutes left in that one. Another good rally going here. Divers, oh, I jinxed it. I apologize to Kayla Divers on that one. Broadcasters jinx. Tiana Eason and Isabella Master checking in. Eason with the serve. The set for Henley, and her hit goes wide. And now Henley getting an explanation from the up ref. Oh, LeMaster had a perfect opportunity to put that one away. Just a miss-hit there. Trenton Hawkins checking in for the Panthers. It'll be Trent back to serve. Tonight Scott back in for Eason. Trent sends that one across middle, received by Oros. Walker through the block. Divers is there. Reed this time for Demise Scott. The tip puts it right where no Ferrum player was. Good diving attempt from Bly. Comes up hobbling a little bit. She walks it off. Aaron's back in for Walker. Aaron's now to serve. Oros sets Reed. Big swing, too much on it from Bly. Sails out of bounds. Wildcats with a 3-0, 3-up lead. As we get a Panthers timeout. We'll be back here in a minute. Out of the Panthers timeout, Emily Ahrens. Back to serve for the Wildcats, leading 7-4. Leading the match 2-1. And a dig from Tanai Scott. Reed sets Lemaster, gets it blocked right back to her. Wildcats reset. They go to Demaya Scott. One-handed stab from Tritt. They couldn't get enough on it. Was Bly. Kind of had to reach way back for that one. Oh, quickly put down by Demaya Scott. I think she turns to Isabella and was like, that's how you do it. It was Lemaster that missed an easy one. Had a layup just a few points ago. Wildcats increased their lead to 5. So far this match, it's been Ferrum that's been opening up these sets with a good lead. And my, how the tables have turned. Wildcats with a 10-4 lead off the miss hit from Divers. Wildcats with it now. Reed, short set for Lemaster. And off the hands of Ahrens, out of bounds. That's a kill for Bly. Patterson back in the game. Replaces Thorpe. And that was number 5, Caitlin Thompson, with the serve for the Panthers. It's her first action here tonight. Seeing the court here in this 4th set. That one just a little bit long. Free point for the Wildcats. Favor checking in for Oros. Played over from Hawkins off the tape. Reed short set for Lemaster. A good swing off the wall. Good kill there for Lemaster. Wildcats now doubled up on Ferrum, 12-6. Demaya Scott to serve. Running for it is Tritt. And runs into the net. And that serve out of bounds. Demaya Scott scratching her head on that one. Jordan back in for Divers. Bly back to serve. Jordan tried to put it away, but Reed was right there, and Reed gets the kill. Divers back in the game. Natalie Carpenter back to serve for the Wildcats. And that one can't get over the net. Ferrum, not sure what's going on here. They'll call a timeout, down 15-7. We'll be back here in a minute. Back out of the timeout, Natalie Carpenter back to serve for the Wildcats. Johnson & Wales with a big lead here midway through this fourth set as Carpenter gives him a freebie. And that gives new life for the Panthers. Roberts and Willoughby back in. Serve right to Scott. One right at the net. Jordan tried to put it away. Wildcats were there. Willoughby on the attack. The quick block from Scott and Reed. In the back row to Carpenter. The short set for tonight, Scott. Divers plays it up. Hit over from Willoughby. Carpenter there again. They set Favor off the block out of bounds. And I think Scott dove for it, and she did. And that'll be a Ferrum point. Reed catches him off guard. Divers came up, and Reed put it right behind her. Walker back in for Aarons. Reed back to serve. Wildcats leading 16-9. Again, we'll be back on the air Thursday at 7 versus Bob Jones here in the Wildcat Center gym. 4 hits on Ferrum. Wildcats add to their lead. A swing by Jordan right at the net. Falls on Ferrum's side. But it was out of bounds, I believe. Couldn't tell from my angle, but the officials rule it a Ferrum point. Thorpe with the serve. Scott receives. Reed sets Favor. It's blocked right back at her from Jordan and Bly. Ferrum only down by 6, so they're still hanging around here. Wildcats got to continue to play like they did earlier in this set. Big kill there. That time it was Taylor Walker. Riley Oros checks in for Favor. Sends it middle. Wildcats point. They're going to get the lift there on Ferrum. costly mistake for the Panthers. Good serve from Oros. Ferrum able to get to it. That one out of bounds off the hands of Oros. Divers back in for Jordan. Divers now to serve. And oh, good hustle there. It was Scott and Reed able to save it, but Ferrum puts that point away. I couldn't tell who originally got the first hit. Someone dove for it. It was either Walker or Oros. Walker there, big hit. Divers falls down, gets right back up. We play on. They said Demiah Scott. And that one didn't clear the net. 4 hits on the Wildcats. Just like that, Panthers creeping back into this one. 19-14. And nice ace there. Now within just 4. And oh man, that serve there costly there for the Panthers. Eason of a master in for the Wildcats. Eason back to serve. That hit way out of bounds. Four points away from taking the match. Eason again to serve. Sends it middle. All at the hands of Thorpe. Big swing from Willoughby. Reed was there off the net. Quickly put down from Henley. Thompson and Ariel Tritt checking in. Demiah Scott back in for the Wildcats to replace Eason. Reed sets Walker, tips it down for the point. Wildcats inching closer and closer to taking this one. Aaron's checking in for Walker. Wildcats leading 22-16. And 2 Panthers there. I thought originally it was going to be Henley to hit it, but Bly instead gets the hand on it, and it finds the net. Serve again from Aarons. And oh, another miscommunication. Match point coming up for the Wildcats. Ferrum trying to stay alive. Aarons to serve. And off the ace. Wildcats take this one 3-1. It was a good fight from the Panthers. They'll fall to 4-18 on the season. Wildcats go to 18-6. Again, we'll be back on the air Thursday here at the Wildcat Center. Volleyball taking on Bob Jones. And that'll wrap us up here. Your voice of the Wildcats, Kelly Turner, signing off. Men's soccer should be still going on. They'll probably have just about 5 minutes left. They're still up 4-0. So that'll do it here for me at the gym. We'll see you back here Thursday at 7 o'clock.